From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On 10, on 43, 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 29. Hey, here we go. Kill. 15. Hey, turn it up. Wide.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch 10. Come on. Attack. Hey, pick your guys. 28.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, look through.
Now Wilson. And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, Dobbins. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 44, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
29 is mine. Attack! That's trash. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Spawn.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
After once. Nothing on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Seahawks nothing.
Yellow. I'm the blue lady. We got it. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. Yeah, let's get set. Watch. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 15. Check 15. Hey, 43. 43. 15. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Check hot. Go 14.
2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now. Dobbins, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
That was a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
19. Come on.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll find Lindsey here. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Hey, 43, 15. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 26 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Mahomes now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Yellow. I'm coming for you. You mine. Check. Fresno.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Backed up even further for 3rd and long. From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Quick, 16 on the yard. Watch the ship. Got it.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Cut, 280. Check. I got you. Jim. Kill.
On second down, Dobbins. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Maher able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come. Hey, Sunday. Box track. 28.
Now Mahomes. That's caught by Jackson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
South, baby. That's big South. 29 is the Mike 29. Watch the screen.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. So they fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be taken short.
The Chiefs take over first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real done for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Check the backer, check the backer. 14. Crouch. Check nickel. Shoot. Well left.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Being chased out left. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Let's make these babies put a double count right here, double count.
On 1st down, Dobbins. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Green 80! Good job right there, good job right there.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
The kick by Maher is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
15.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Check 24. Check 24. Exit.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Check. No. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Kill. No.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning. They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Let's get this guy. Switch. Switch it.
On third down, Dobbins. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Check. On three. Motion. 59's Mike.
Hey, 15. Hey, Sunday. Check 13.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And it's third down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Sack City, baby.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Watch the pass. Check.
On first down, Dobbins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Undercrush. Tighten up. Check.
On third down, Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Get ready.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hold them up. Hold.
Mike 28. Yellow.
Touchdown. Scene 6.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Attack.
Check out.
Yellow.
Back to throw. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
To throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Bring it up.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL.